my friends. Glad to see you made it today. For we have gathered here today in the name of Jesus Christ. Glory be to God, He's alive. Today I want to tell you a little bit about a story of the goodness of being born in bitterness. From out of bitterness comes a great understanding, a new way of life, friendship, and where would we find friends? In the midst of bitterness. And it comes through spirit. Through the spirit of someone who cares and loves for you. You know, there's a story of this person who was born into deep bitterness. In fact, when this person was born, such a cry went out through the land of deep bitterness, because babies were being destroyed, being killed by their mothers, because they felt and thought that there was no hope for them, no hope for their life, no hope for a better tomorrow, a new future, a hopeless life. And so out of the bitterness of hopelessness, they began to kill their children. And from that, one friend was born. A friend to the friendless. And when that friend began to seek new friends, people began to say, "Who are you? Who are you to come and be my friend?" Right? Oh, I'm the one who sees the great worth in befriending bitterness. Right? I see that in your bitterness, you need friendship. And you say, "Well, who are you? Where did you come from?" "Oh, don't worry, I am sent me to tell you that there is friendship. It exists. Here I am, saying to you, in your state of bitterness, I exist." What? A friend? I see you're in a state of bondage, like a slave to darkness. What does a friend look like? I don't know. I've never seen one before. All I know and all I've experienced is bitterness and deep bitterness. All I can see in the world today is the effects of bitterness. It creates in me a want to be bitter. You know, I could have had a child. I could have gave life to my daughter or my son. Had the bitterness of this world not overcome me and stolen my hope of a better future for them tomorrow. And a friend says, I exist. A friend exists. I know what a better tomorrow looks like. Oh, where, sir, can I find this better tomorrow? Where can I find this hope in the midst of my bitterness, in the midst of my bondage, in the midst of blindness? Where are you going to lead me to? Come and grab my hand, my friend, and follow me as we escape bitterness. Where are we going to go? Into a place of bitterness, into a place of trust. Trust in what? Trust in the helping hand of a friend. Where will I find this helping hand of a friend? Here I am. I exist. I'm here. Where do we go? Let us go to a place that's unknown. You're deep in bitterness. You see nothing but things to make you bitter. Let's go from a place of oppression and depression and slavery to a place that's unknown, that we haven't seen before. This place of joy, laughter, love, and care. A place where there's a future for a better tomorrow. How do I get there? You gotta stand up in the midst of bitterness and grab my hand and follow me. People began to hear the word that there's hope. Where does hope live? Here in the existence of a friend. And one went to 2 and 3 and 4 and 600,000 gathered together. We can live outside of bitterness. There is a hope for a better tomorrow. And there we go. And let our friend lead the way. That one who exists. Who came to us in the midst of our bitterness to say, I know the way. And like a guiding light, that man, he went right in front of us. And then darkness, the bitterness, it began to grow. Worry, stress, and strife. Oh, can I put my faith in a man who showed up with an extended hand, without knowledge of where we're going, or what even a better tomorrow looks like? Because really all I know is that which I have seen today, and experienced, and felt, and touched. This is what I know, and this is what I believe is truth. I know nothing more. I want to leave it. Worry and strife. I want to leave depression. I want to leave bitterness. So my friend can be known. That there is hope. And it exists. And the enemies and the darkness and the fear begins to grow and take you where I gotta go. And that leader, that great leader, leads you all the way right to the edge of the water. In the ocean, in the middle of the wilderness, in the desert, in a place of unknown. Where are we going, my good friend? Do not worry. Do not worry. I am a guide from that place of a promise. Right? And darkness grows, and war, and the rumors of war, an enemy grows, and the fear of death comes. Oh boy, I could have just died in my state of bitterness. Boy, I don't know. I was doing just fine there in my state of slavery. I was quite comfortable there without hope. I guess I could have died without hope back there. But now here I am. I had a gleam of hope, but now I'm afraid. My hope's going to be taken from me. I'm here at the edge of the water. And the enemy's barreling down. Boy, all I can see in this world today that I've been born in is, boy, how dangerous is that enemy? How mighty is that enemy? Boy, look at them grow. They're getting faster. They're getting stronger. Oh my God, here they come. They're getting closer. Just getting closer. What? Oh, I could have died in hopelessness. But here, you brought me out here with a little bit of hope just to die again. But now I'm full of fear. I'm so afraid. And the enemy's growing. Death is all about. I see it every day. Whether it came from an earthquake, I watched the whole city crumble. Whether it came from a tornado, I watched the whole town flood. Whether came from the poison of the world. The water killed them. Oh, what am I going to do? I thought we had a hope. I thought there was a life. I thought there was a better tomorrow. But here I am stuck at the water. And the barreling down is the enemy. Where is my hope? Where's my friend who said I am, that I exist? And standing at the water, he says, here, I give you a choice. Die in bitterness or die in hope. Just take a step right to the water. Oh, that water is mighty and it's deep. It's like a great big ocean. I can die in bitterness and in fear. Or I can die in taking one more step of faith in the hope for a better tomorrow. Where is this? What's the answer? We were searching today. It's the answer. How do I release from that bitterness? How do I come out of that place? Hopelessness. Yeah. Get in the water. Get in the water. In the midst of the water, it separates. And they can take another step and another step. Even in the midst of the water, in the midst of the bitterness, I still find hope for another tomorrow. And it's my friend that I can't see, but I know he exists, is guiding me. What other hope would I have? Or can I have? Than the hope that came to me in the midst of bitterness. He says, I hear your prayers, and I love you. I'm not forgotten. Right? In the bitterness of life, we find a hope that can't be found in this life. Putting your faith in your body and everything you know to be true in the hands of something that you have no control over, yet has control over you. And I can't see it, and I can't feel it, and I can't touch it, but I know it exists. Because I know how bad it feels to be bitter. There must be a better way. There must be a way outside of this bitterness. And we'll put our faith in that guide, in that hope of a better tomorrow. And we come through the water. Come through the water. We find a pillar of light, a gleam of light. We put our faith and our hope in that gleam of light. That one day, in this life, I never see bitterness again. I never fear death or the death of things that are taken away. Right? Because it is in the death, it is in the bitterness, and it is in the water. We find God. We find hope. We find life. And we find deliverance. You know, it was in the bitterness of the people that God sent the deliverer. A deliverer. You know, sometimes in the world we're so, is in this world God and His wrath and destruction being poured out? But it's in this world when we come to find out there's no escape, there's no way to be delivered out of the wrath, out of the death, out of that thing which we cannot escape. the sickness of our bodies. We find a deliverer. We find hope in our bitterness. Right? In the death of our loved ones. And the death which we cherish the most. Don't we feel deep bitterness? And God says, this is the deep bitterness I feel over the loss of one of my children. And God says, it is my will, it is my delight, it is my desire that not one be lost to bitterness, to death. Would not a good shepherd, just a man on earth, leave the 99 which are good for that one? And how much greater is God, who's unwilling to allow any to perish? Who are those who belong to God? Them who cannot save themselves from the perishing. Even Jesus died, but yet rose back to life. God is the Savior, is the Deliverer, is the Father of all those who cannot save themselves. And He gives you the right to be His son, because you believe in one thing, that if I'm going to die with hope, I will die with God. And Jesus says, those who die with me will surely, surely live with me. Right? He died. If you died with me, surely you will live with me. Oh, thank God. I thank God in heaven each and every day that one day we will all die. Ain't that something? Where is the sting of death? My prayer and my hope is that one day, someday, all will die. Right? Because it's in our death we find our deliverer. In our bitterness we find our deliverer. In our hopelessness we find our deliverer. In our inability to save ourselves we find our deliverer. Let us put our faith and our hope in our friend. Love is what's going to deliver you. Because love exists, because I am love, I'm willing to deliver you. Right? Remember that. Love is the greatest gift on earth. Love your neighbor as yourself. See you next time.